Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey. My name's Neil, this is Justin, and we're back for another one of those hot topic videos where we discuss a suspension, a hit, and it's going to be a broad discussion. So, disclaimer, we're not right. We're just discussing this. We're just expressing our opinions. So, don't get all bent out of shape. Hey, if you disagree with us, that is totally fine. Let us know in the comments below, but be respectful and be constructive. We're gonna look at this hit and then we're gonna discuss it. So let's see it. So after seeing that hit, what's your first reaction?
Well, my reaction is, Polak's just trying to play his man, right? He's coming around the boards. He's the puck carrier, and he's just trying to, make him cough up the puck. But what is most interesting to me upon watching that is you'll notice as Polak is coming in, Bjorkstrand actually stops up. And he starts to kind of pivot away from Polak to try to avoid the hit. And that is the huge concern with me. And I'm seeing this more and more with these type of hits that are close to the boards like this. At times, you almost have to say to yourself, well, the guy who's absorbing the hit has to be a little responsible too. Stopping up just before the boards, trying to turn and pivot. He's already committed to take the body here on this play and try to break up the play, make him cough up the puck, that sort of thing. And I mean, you're trained from a very young age, take the man, not the puck, finish your checks, that type thing. And he clearly stops up just before Polak makes contact with him. And that is what really caused, the injury on the play that sees him basically knocked out on the ice. If he had have just kept going at his current speed around the boards, it would have just been body on body. And to me, absolutely nothing would have came of this. But because he made that decision to stop up and try to turn and pivot back the other way, it ended with this result, unfortunately. And Polak kind of got the bad end of this, in my opinion. I don't see intent to injure here. I don't see a headshot here of any kind, but they're just trying to avoid these hits where players are being hit from behind head first into the boards and potentially causing concussions, injuries, that sort of thing. So unfortunately, to me, Polak was on the receiving end of something that he wasn't really trying to do. He wasn't trying to injure him by any means. He wasn't being mischievous. There was nothing dirty here, in my opinion.
We don't agree on everything. As many, if you've watched more than a few post-to-post videos, you know that we actually don't agree on everything. But this is something that I do agree with you on. Is Polak plays a big game. Yeah. He's a physical guy. He likes to hit, but I would not consider him a dirty player in any means. And I don't know enough about him, but I don't think he has a history of anything. I don't know if he's ever been fined. I don't want to say if he has or hasn't because I just don't know. So let me know in the comments if he has or hasn't. But to me, I'm in agreement with you. I felt like when I watched it live, I thought it may be a little bit dirty. But when I saw the replay, I instantly knew it wasn't, or I had the opinion that it wasn't. I felt that Polak already committed to the hit. And then right after he committed to the hit is when Bjorkstrand turned. Yeah. And he was already committed to the hit, so right. he was following through regardless of the position of Bjorkstrand. So he did get him in the numbers. So I mean, he can't hit a guy in the numbers, regardless if he meant to or not. So that's, like you said, the NHL is trying to kind of set an example. They want to they want to make this known that, hey, you can't do that. It doesn't matter if you meant to. It doesn't matter if it was an accident. It doesn't matter if the guy turned at the last second. You can't hit a guy in the numbers, and you need to be more careful. Here's 2 games. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but and it's unfortunate for Polak, and it's unfortunate for the Toronto Maple Leafs organization and their fans to see one of their top guys out of the lineup. But it's just one of those things.
Yeah, and especially right now in this point of the season, well, for a team like Toronto, points are so crucial. You don't want to lose anybody, any of your regular guys. And to me, I'm not in agreement at all with the suspension, especially when the guy who gets hit is the one who strictly put himself in a vulnerable position. Because when Polak committed to that hit, he was not in a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
But then in the last few frames, last few moments, he stops up and pivots his body and purposely puts him, it's almost, well, I'm not going to say he purposely did it. I'll correct myself quickly there. It's almost as if he himself put himself, I'm saying himself a lot, aren't I? Put himself in a vulnerable position, and Polak was already committed. And how do you stop in those last few inches, between yourself and the other player and the boards? And unfortunately, it ended with that result. And they really need to crack down and start putting it in players' heads. If there's a check coming in, whatever you do not turn your back to this guy. Man up, absorb the hit. That's what hockey is. You're going to finish your checks, especially on the opposing team's defenseman. You want to get in and you want to lay in your hits because they'll build up as a game progresses and the hits will start to show. But never ever turn like that. That is not good. And I see a lot of analysts in agreement with this, saying that he turned and put himself in a vulnerable position after Polak had already committed to the hit.
Yeah, and I played hockey for a very, very long time. And I did the exact same thing at a very young age, and I learned my lesson very young, and I never did it after that. Yeah. So it's a really dangerous situation, and the NHL just wants it out of the game completely, and they don't care who did it or who was the victim. It's basically always going to be a suspension probably for the near future because they just don't want it in the game.
No.
And I'm not a Toronto fan by any means, so I'm not defending Toronto or Polak because I'm a fan of Toronto. That's just an unbiased opinion from us or from me or you to you, the viewer. And like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't have to agree with us. You don't have to like our opinion. You're very entitled to your own opinion, and we hope that you share that opinion down below in the comment section respectfully and constructively, because this is a discussion not just between us but between you guys. And really one of the main points of the channel is to interact with the hockey YouTube community, which is you guys. So that's something that we really enjoy, is interacting with you guys in the comment section and stuff. So let us know what you think about the hit, and it's do you think he got too many games? Do you think he didn't get enough games? Let us know about that too. Do you think the suspension was fair? Otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video. We always really appreciate your view. And if you want to talk to Justin on social media, where can they find you?
At JustinTheMan87 on Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter at Post to Post Show, although the best place to get in contact or chat with me is down in the comment section below. And like I said, thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. We're trying to grow this channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios.